Hey everyone, it's Megan with Above Ruby Studio, and today I am following Robin from the Pink Stamper, or My Pink Stamper now. She is having a challenge for her week for her 1 millionth hit, and I decided to follow along with her challenges and show you guys what I'm doing. And her first challenge was what you were really into when you first started scrapbooking and crafting. And my big thing when I first started was using by Provo Craft paper shapers, and I have this whole big bag of them, as you can see, and I use these a lot. I did not have much when I started scrapbooking. I had photo splits, these, and paper, and my photo album, and that was about it. And I made everything out of these, and every page had photo shapers on them, or paper shapers on them in one way or another. So I'm going to show you how I'm making a gift card holder using these today. I'm going to go through it really quick. I already kind of got started, and I realized I should video this and show you guys what I'm doing, and you can follow along on the Pink Stamper, or actually she's now www.mypinkstamper.com, and I just thought you could follow along. This is paper from my K & Company Urban Design Paper Pack. It's 9 inches long, it's 2 3/4 inches wide. I put a fold in it at 2.5 inches, and then another fold in it at 6 inches. And I also have a couple pieces of scrap paper. This is 3.5 inches long and 2.5 inches wide, and it's just going to go over this little thing to give it some extra something, and we'll just go through it. Okay, so we have our scrap cut out, or our piece of paper cut out, and it's actually a scrap from another card I used, so it's a great way to use your scraps. I'm going to use my utility knife here, and I'm actually going to lay my ribbon inside here. And with my utility knife, actually I'm going to take a little pen, and on either side of my ribbon at the fold line, I'm making a little bit line of how wide my ribbon is and where I'm going to want my ribbon to go. And it's actually fits perfectly right inside this little design here. So from marking to marking, I'm going to take my little utility knife. You should probably use an X-Acto, but I don't have one available right now, so I'm just using this. And it works okay. It doesn't work great. It tears the paper a little bit, but it's fine. I'm making a little line from line to line. And then that's going to be for my ribbon to run through. So from outside in. There are a couple different techniques to doing this. I saw somebody actually once use little scissors and cut it out, and all different kinds of ways. But I'm going to run my ribbon through this way on the inside. Push it through. Okay, so we have that, and now I'm going to kind of test my length a little bit to see where I need this to fold. I'm going to fold this up, and that should be pretty good. I actually have more ribbon here than I even need, but we'll worry with that later. Okay, so my ribbon's in place. Now what I'm going to do is my little scrap piece of paper. I'm just going to use my glue runner from Walmart. Refills on that are actually really reasonable. I was surprised. Last 2-pack of refills I got was only $1.99, so it's not bad. It's not as good as ATG guns and what deals you can get online, but if you're just getting started and things, I highly recommend just the Aztec Permanent Bond Glue Runner. And so that's in there, and now I'm just going to put a little bit down, just a tiny little spot for my gift card, and put that in where I want it to be. I like to keep them down pretty tight. So that's in there. This is really simple. And now what I'm going to do, getting out my favorite paper shapers. I should have probably done this before I put the card in, but I'm just going to cut a simple little line across the top. It's nothing too fancy, but I just decided, well, to follow this challenge, I have to do something cutesy like that. So I have that. Now I have a little from my spring adhesive cardstock matte stack from Die Cuts with a View. I just have this little piece of scrap from another card I did, and I'm going to cut this down, and I'm actually going to fit. I decided to cut it down to be 1 inch wide by 3 inches long, and I am just going to stamp on it "Happy Birthday" using that paper tray ink pack, and I'm using Ink It Up pigment ink in, I think it's called Walnut. Yep, Walnut. This is just the $1 ink pads from AC Moore that they go on sale for 50 cents, and I get a couple of them just because I like the colors. I'm going to just stamp it here real light and easy. Right on there. Happy birthday! And then with the same shears, I am just going to cut in the little design on either side. The paper shapers. They're cute. Anyway, I guess I was really obsessed with them for a long time. And I'm just going to stick this on. Just peel off my little backing. To glue that down. And I'm going to stick this on. So I know I got a couple comments already saying, oh, it's good to know I'm not the only crafter that makes a million mistakes, and it's so true. I make 1,000,010. So there that is. And then the other thing I'm going to do is this little strip of blue right down along the bottom here, just to peek out. So it's not going to be anything too fancy. Okay, so now I have my little strip of the same color. Just have to peel up the little backing again. You don't, whatever you want to do, make variations on this. I'm just going to, I need to trim it down. A little bit more than it is. So that it just peeks. Okay, so I just stuck down my little sticky adhesive so that I can write my little note right in here. And then it just kind of, a little bit of the blue just barely peeks through and coordinates just perfectly. And then all I have to do is tie my little bow the way I want it to look. Just real simple. I'm going to tie it above the happy birthday, so I'm going to have to adjust my bow a little bit, but that's okay. Adjust my ribbon a little bit, I mean. So we'll just bring it up here. I'm going to tie it in a knot first just because I want it to be, well, no I'm not, because I want it to be easy to open, so I'm not going to tie it in a knot. I wanted it to be a tighter bow, but since I don't have enough, I don't have as much ribbon at the top as I thought I should, so I'm going to move it down here. So we'll just make it tighter this way, and then it'll be easy to open. And just make a little bloop, bloop, bloop. And then I'm going to trim my little tails, and it's nice and tight. And I'll do them in a little angle. And there we go. My little happy birthday gift card holder. I have the ribbon twisted, but you get the idea. And just really easy, really simple, quick and easy to do. And like I said, it's a great way to personalize just how you would want it to be for giving a gift card. Thanks for watching, and I hope to continue to follow Robin on her blog, and I will see you guys later. Bye!